Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be turning all of this into this. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to EboHub on YouTube. This project will be a lot easier to build if you have a handheld drill, a Phillips head bit for your drill, a handheld Phillips screwdriver, a 7/64" drill bit, a 9/32 drill bit, a measuring tape capable of measuring at least 6 feet, and a handful of self-drilling pan head screws number 10 by 3/4 inch. We will be using 1-inch diameter PVC pipes. You will find that these come in various lengths. By me, a 2-foot version costs a little under $4, while the 10-foot version costs a little under $5. So you will find that if you use the 10-foot version, you will be able to save yourself a bit of money. If you have one of these PVC pipe cutters handy, it will help you cut the pipes a little easier. Otherwise, you can use a hacksaw or some other type of cutting tool to cut the PVC pipe pieces. While not necessary, I would recommend that you use these 1.5-inch anti-skid rubber pads. They will help the mount stay a lot more stable. You will use the 7/64" drill bit in order to drill the holes so you can mount the skid pads onto the end caps. You will be mounting skid pads on all 4 corners, but before you drill your holes, make sure that you put the end caps on. That way your holes match just like this. You should end up with 4 pieces that look something like this. Next, you will use your drill to mount your anti-skid pads to each of the ends of the footings to your mount. You can also use your Phillips head screwdriver to mount the anti-skid pads onto the ends if you like, but it's a lot easier if you just use the drill. You should end up with something that looks like this. Now that we have our anti-skid pads mounted onto the 4 foot ends, we will next use our tees to finalize the assembly of the complete bottom portion of our mount. You will want to mount your tees opposite of your anti-skid pads, but aligned with them. You will use one of the shorter ends and align it with the bottom skid pad. I will note that I will not be using screws in these spots because I want to be able to rotate the legs. We'll use the 24-inch pieces to assemble the vertical portion of our foot ends. You will use your 90-degree ends and mount them opposite of each other at the top of your 24-inch pieces. Finally, we'll use our center crossbeam and insert it to each side of the 90-degree ends. You should end up with a mount that looks something like this. I will put some stills of each of the connection points for your reference. If you will be mounting a DSLR camera or similar onto the mount, you will use the 9/32" drill bit to drill a hole in the center of the horizontal main beam 18 inches from each end. Most cameras that I've used use about a 1/4-inch bolt, but please confirm on yours before drilling the hole. I will be using a bracket that I designed and 3D printed specifically for this frame, and it uses the 1/4-inch bolt. I will put the Thingiverse links in the description of this video. Just a note, I will not be putting screws on these ends here because I want to be able to rotate the legs this way and the horizontal bar this way. If you do have a concern as to the stability of the frame with your camera on it, then please feel free to put screws on these ends. Just make sure it's lined up in the position that you want it before you put the screws. So this is how you can build an overhead camera mount for under $20 using PVC pipe and a few tools. This is in fact the overhead mount that I've been using on the last few videos. So it does work, and it works very well for me. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to eBoHub on YouTube, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them below.